Hello everybody, and this is Eroneos Jenkins in Minecraft, bringing you to, well, it's pretty ugly, but this is my house, and this is my stable. That's a donkey, and in there, on the donkey, is one of my horses. Now, I just wanted to show you a few cool things that you may or may not have figured out yet, and so I'm just going to be showing them to you here. Now, I just need one of those. Now, one cool thing I wanted to say is that the lead here for horses and mules, you can, even if they're wild, then, oops. Okay, so we got our wild horse here, and you can find a lead under the tools if you're in creative. So you can just right click it to put the horse on a lead, and I found it's lead, not lead. So when you do this, you switch to something that's not a lead, and I found out that you can either attach it to a fence post, so it can't go too far from the fence post. So see, max is right about there. So, or just left click it to unhook it from the lead, pick that up, click it again, and you can also do it on nether brick fencing. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And this is my nice little quad cobblestone generator. So that was one of the cool things I thought. Hey, this is pretty cool about the 1.6.2 update. So horses, yeah. Although the horses vary, and I'll tell you about that in a bit. Right now, you just stay put. No. No. I have nothing to say about donkeys in this episode right now. So, you can... Okay, here we go. Alright, so, in order to craft a lead, well, when you craft a lead, you actually get two. So, in order to craft it, here you go. A string, 3 other string in this, and a slime ball, just in this order, like that, and you will get 2 leads. So I found that was pretty cool. And then I also found out one other thing. So we're going to go over to here, go over to the hay bales, and horses at full health. Gonna hurt it a little bit here. Okay, I'm so sorry. And then you give it a hay bale, just one. And if you try and give it more, it'll buck up like that. But you just give it one, and it goes back to full health. Even if it has half a heart left, give it a hay bale, and it'll go back to full health. Or I've never had a horse go down to half a heart, so most of the horses that I've faced and healed with that were mostly dead. And then I gave them a hay bale, and they came back to full life. So, also, on top of them being great uses to heal horses, they make great decoration blocks. Sorry, buddy. You are in my way. So they make great decoration blocks. And on a further note, before I forget, guys, I just wanted to say that horses in Minecraft are very awesome. They're better than minecarts because minecarts can be interrupted by mobs and everything. So horses you can pretty much control when you tame them, and I will be going into that in a bit. Those will be in that explanation. Another cool thing I found was a block of coal. You just take 9 coal, put it in this order, and you get a block of coal. So great way of finally storing all that coal instead of having 64 coal filling all the way up this chest, 64 stacks filling up this chest. It was very annoying. So I'm very glad that they finally came out with a block of coal. Now, I was pretty interested to see if a block of coal had the same properties of netherrack you can light it and it won't be used up. It'll never go out. Oh boy. Get out, get out, get out, out, out. And that is another good reason for it. No, 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 no. Okay, oh no. Out of the fire. Well, we're gonna have to light that a little farther away, I think. So we'll just borrow this block of coal here. Actually, feed you one more time. Yeah? Okay. Now, something very important for you to realize about horses. They're not as thin as we are. So what that means is they can't get through doors like this, which is why, in case you noticed, I have this. So it's my nice little own system, double fencing so that they don't step on the pressure plate and let in mobs or anything. And it's a fenced off on this side so that mobs can't get this and release your horses somehow. And I have such a high ceiling on this because if you ride a horse, come here, if you ride a horse it turns into a 3-block high area. So if you go anywhere, you can go under 2 blocks. So you can walk under a 2-block area just like you were walking. But unless it's leaves, then you will get hurt. So you will start suffocating in a wall, and I've actually died from suffocating in a wall while riding a horse, and that's not fun. Alright, now, these horses, no matter what size, if they're foals or donkeys, as far as I know, they're 2x2 blocks, high count. So 2x2, you really want to take care of these guys. The cool thing is they can, well, I'll tell you about that when I tame one of these guys. Now, a cool way to tame them is build a lead, get it, put a fence post down, and then put it on the fence post, that way they don't run away. And now you see some people on the internet are saying you can feed them apples or wheat or bread or sugar. You don't really need to feed them anything to tame them, because all you have to do, right click to get on the horse, and I just keep hitting E because the horse has its own little equipment bar like we do ours right here. And so when you finally tame him, he'll come up with that equipment window. But in the meantime, why are you not? Oh boy. We'll go over and try and tame your friend. Right. So they'll just wander around. You can't determine on whether they go, where they go. But as you saw there, the horse kicked me off. So it doesn't get, you don't get hurt when you get knocked off the horse, but it's just natural in the way of taming him. But I just keep hitting E to make sure that the equipment window comes up, and when it does for the horse, then you'll know you tamed it. So sometimes it takes a long time. So, okay, there we go. So this is what it looks like when the horse is tamed. You'll get this little thing here and this little thing here. And now as for saddles, sadly, you can't craft these. I've seen lots of things saying that you need a craft, I'll show you here. You need to craft a special horse saddle that looks like this, but I am not using any mods. No horse saddle. Okay, and I've seen people saying, oh yeah, you can craft normal saddles. Well, I do not believe that is the case. I do not believe you can. So all you can do is you can find these saddles in dungeons and in a new place, the the nether fortresses. I went out to a nether fortress in this map, and I found a lot of these in the chests. So, as far as I know, you can't craft these either. So that's why I don't have the recipe up like this. I will put that back. So, cool thing about this is you just right-click the guy with the saddle up, and it'll bring his equipment bar up. Just put that there, and it'll have this nice little thing right there. So, looks pretty cool. And now, you can ride him wherever he wants. Of course, we have the lead on, so we can't go very far. But, if we didn't have the saddle on, it'd just be him moving wherever he wants, and you're just sitting on his back for a nice little ride. Now, put the saddle on, you can go wherever you want. Now, for these, I'm gonna go to survival mode real quick. Okay, so you see that this horse has 13 hearts, and that's pretty cool. That's a lot of hearts. Hearts, not hearts. Now, if we go over to this guy, I know it's a donkey, but he's got about 8 hearts. So, ow. So that was from me. See, if you dismount up here with your head against the ceiling, you'll go up and then down. So you're going to take some suffocation damage. Now, same here. This guy's got 13. I have one more horse out by my Ender outpost, and we'll ride out there. It's a long ride, but just wanted to show you this real quick. Iron horse armor, gold horse armor, and diamond horse armor. As far as I know, these are just decoration. They don't do anything. And like I said, I don't think you can craft them. I think you can only find them in nether fortresses or dungeons. So that's the cool thing there. And you can mine while on the back of a horse. It just looks like you're mining through the horse's neck. And everything is slowed down to, I believe, the consistency of swimming underwater. So, and in order to dismount from your horse, just hit left shift button, and you will be able to get off. Alright, now, here's the cool part. Let's take this guy out for a spin. Sorry, horse. I'll come back for you later. Now I'm going to unplug my headphones real quick. Well, no. Alright, so, if you didn't see that already, then you can jump. Your experience bar turns into a jump bar. So, if you time it properly, it varies on how high the horse can jump. Alright, now if you didn't see there, you got a 1 block high, and he easily steps up on it. So, you don't need stairs or anything for the horses to get up. Normally you have to jump up those. I'm sure you knew that. But it's pretty cool in terms of horses because they can go up places that you normally can't. Like they can jump 2 blocks high. Another thing is if you fall into water here, you will be dismounted off the horse, and I just suggest putting the lead on, getting back onto solid ground and pulling him on. And then, whoops, come on horse. Come on, there you go. Alright, and then just right click your horse, pick up your lead, and then mount your horse again. Right, and so, I find it really cool because you can go into certain depths of water. Like you can go into this bit of water right here, too deep, and you won't be dismounted. It somewhat slows the horse down, but it's pretty good in terms of you don't get dismounted, and I really dislike being dismounted. Oh no, I put the horse on fire. That's not cool, I need water. I'm so sorry. Now the cool thing about horses is that they will regenerate their health like we do. So over time, when you're not being attacked or on fire or something, then you can regenerate your hearts. Well, same thing for the horses. Now, I would like to point out that I am under 2 blocks, so my head is in the leaves, but I'm not suffocating. So in my mind, that means this is the only exception to that rule of not suffocating in a brick. So that's pretty cool, I found out. Now, the cool thing with horses is if you come up to a 2 block high area, you can't go up. But charge up that horse jump meter, and it's not a problem. So then we're going to carefully fall down here. Right, and on we go. So I found the Ender Fortress for this, and it was pretty cool. Very disorganized, but pretty cool. And so I connected the 2 areas with netherrack on fire so that I could constantly see where it is, whether it's night or day, and I won't get lost. So even if I was to fly overhead, then I wouldn't be able to miss it. So that's a pretty good thing. And we're almost there. So that's the pretty cool thing about horses. They're fairly fast, although I found out that they're Okay. I found out that horses' speeds vary. So you can have horses of different speeds. And I'm just gonna go through here. And we're gonna change out horses. So I'm gonna get out this one. Thank you, buddy. And click that one. Alright. So we're gonna take this guy back now. Excuse me. Thank you. And if anyone wants the seed for this map, I will put it in the description below. Alright, so in case you noticed, this guy has only 12 hearts, but this guy is pretty fast. Oops. Right, in case you didn't notice, we're going pretty fast already. So then, another cool thing is, you can charge up the jump bar. So you don't always have to wait, but I don't think all horses jump the same height at the same charge. So, and you really do want to take care of your horses. They're fairly hard to come by. I somewhat cheated on mine because they kept dying by creepers and other natural mishaps. Oops. So see, no longer are we bound by regular mishaps. You get stuck in a hole, you have to dig yourself out. You get stuck in a hole with a horse, and you could just jump out. Well, depending on the height. But, uh-oh. Did we get lost? Did we get... Oh, well. Where did the netherite go? There it is. Okay. But as you can see, horses are now a new form of transportation. They're very cool. You don't only have to feed them hay bales to regenerate their health. You can feed them sugar, bread, wheat, no seeds. You can't feed them cocoa beans. I've tried. Not saplings. So almost anything you'd eat normally. So anything carrots, potatoes, anything like that, then don't hesitate in putting a fence down and putting your horse lead there so that you can gather lava safely and not have to worry about your horse being stupid enough to walk into the lava, because it's happened. As you saw, I lit the coal here, and the horse walked right into the flames. So, move, mule. So, yeah. And now a cool thing is, we're going to take this horse off his lead. Now, I have one horse on a lead. You can put another horse on a lead, and you have both of them on a lead. And then just right-click, and they'll both be on that right there. But if one horse is already attached to the fence post, and you try and attach another horse to that fence post, it's not going to work. You're just going to take the one horse that was on the fence post off. So you need to put both of them on a lead and then put them both on the fence post at the same time, otherwise it's not going to work. Now, a cool thing I'd like to show you is, why did I only get one lead? Okay, there we go. Now, we're going to get back on this guy. And then we need to take a horse to our friend. So, attach a lead, open these doors, and let's go, buddy. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. So depending on the speeds of your horses, if you leave him behind, like I'll show you in a minute here, if my horse is fast enough. Now, you can pretty much drag these horses along behind you, and the leads will actually pick them up over cliffs and everything, and that's pretty cool. But if you're fast enough and your horse gets stuck, then you can pretty much leave him behind and the lead snaps. But as you can see, this horse is keeping up with me pretty good, so I don't think that's going to happen. But, this is Eroneos Jenkins, guys, and I hope... Oh, there we go. So just go back, find the lead, right click to put him back on, and we're off. But this has been Eroneos Jenkins, guys, and I hope you enjoy this update as much as I am. And I hope you find any more uses in the future. I will be... Oh, I lost him again. I will be coming out with a nice little contest video in the near future. So I hope you guys keep looking for that, because it's going to be pretty epic in terms of my new bucket server that's going to be coming out in a little bit here. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. You can just transfer from animals. So that's a pretty cool thing, I think. And I hope you find out more about this stuff, as I will, in the future. And this is Eroneos Jenkins, signing out, guys. I hope you have a nice night, because I am going to bed.